Hello gamers, it's SoftKitty99 in the Minecraft Creative Builds world, and today I'm at the end of my street which has some of the old medieval buildings on it and our brownstones, and we're right next to the little generated village that we adapted a little bit in order to put our farmer's market at the edge of it. Now there's a little gap right here at the edge of the village and right next to where our brownstones are, and I thought it might be really nice to build ourselves a little wooden house that kind of plays on the ideas of what we've got here, but is a little bit more modern perhaps. So what I'd like to do is pick up the oak log, the oak planks, the cobblestone stairs, the oak stairs, and the oak door, and utilise these particular materials in order to do something just that little bit different. We'll also pick up the torch so that we can light the place up. So for our basement, well, no, I don't mean a basement, do I? What I mean a base for our house. So we want to be playing on the 5x5 structure perhaps. So if we start with a 5, so one, oh, no, I didn't mean to build. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's make that. Have to remove the flower. So let's start with that as our base for the beginning, and let's make it 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hello, Mr. Cow. Are you coming to see what I'm doing? I'm not absolutely sure what I'm doing at the moment. I'm completely freestyling this, so it could work out well or it could work out really, really badly. Depends how we want to look at it. Now, is 2 going to be enough, or should we do something a little different behind? So if we could offset it perhaps. Let's think about this. Should we offset or should we leave it as is? I think we'll leave as is. So let's build ourselves 3 tall. 1, 2, 3 on the corners. 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 corner. Yeah, so that's how it would. Actually, that's not quite how it would fit together if we did it. If we actually made it, if we do a 5 and then attach another 5, we don't actually want the end on, do we? No. So I've gone one too far, haven't I? Because the centre one here would be the edge of both of the side squares. So you have 5 from there to there, and then you have 5 from here to here. You don't have 5 on the edge of it. Silly kitten! Silly kitten! I'm sure you'll forgive me for my randomness when I'm not sure what I'm doing. I've just come to the screen and decided let's build it from scratch without even thinking about it. That way you can see my thought processes as I'm working, and you can see whether I make any sense, and I probably make no sense. But that's fine. That's fine. So that's our basic beginning structure. So on top of here we'll now want to go across. Let's go. I'm going to put them upright on the very edge corners and then just join across on the sides, because I kind of like the way that things float all the way across rather than being stopped in the middle. It doesn't matter how you do it as long as you go all the way around the edges. So we're going to need glass as well, aren't we, for the window? Didn't pick up a glass, so there's the clear glass pane. That's what we'll need. Right, so we're going to want that. So let's think about this. Should we have like an open porch area on one side? Which side would we do that? We'd have that on this side probably, wouldn't we, if we did that? So we would then want the stairs going up Would we do it on here, or would we actually knock one out and put it in? If we were going to make, we'd knock it out, wouldn't we, and put it in the middle like that, and that will mean that we'll also want some fence as well, won't we? So oak fence, or should we, yeah, it might be better to have a contrast. How about we use the dark oak fence, and then we want to put fence along here, fence there, fence there, fence there, fence there. Then we'll have this as a seatable or standable. Do we want seats on there? We might want a seat on there actually. We could use the bench like that, couldn't we? Could even make it 3 wide, see? And then we can put our wall across here, and our door would then go across there, and then we've got a nice sort of seating area, porch area for entrance into your house. And then we would use the wooden planks all the way around the edge like that, and then we would put our glass in the middle, yeah, and then we do that on the side here as well. So we want our wood around here like that, and again over here like so, and then we would want to put our glass there and there. So it sort of fits in with the village that we've already got, but I would actually like to make this a little bit bigger, so I think I might like to put in a second floor, which means we'll want to put a floor across here like so. But I think in order to get up to this roof there isn't really much space for a proper staircase, so I think what I would like to do is get the ladder, and then we can run the ladder. Can we fit that from up here? Probably not. We'll probably have to go inside in order to fit the ladder in, right? And then on the upper floor we can extend 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Don't forget in the middle, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. You will want to run across. Will we want to run across? No, we don't need to run across, do we? Because the roof is going to the roof is going to go across that, so we don't necessarily need to put that in, at least until we see exactly where the roofing is going to fit. So if we go around all the edges and then put the window in the centre like so, and then go around the back as well and do the same here. The idea of this is to play around with the design that they use for the villagers, but to also make what you build sort of in keeping with what the village is, but to play along and around the ideas so that we can create something a little bit different, so that you can sort of blend the village into what you're building. So I'm building on the edge of the village so that the village is slightly expanded, but making it kind of a halfway house between the village style and some of the other buildings that are in the area. And it's quite a lot of fun to play with it sometimes, and it doesn't matter whether it works or not, you just have a lot of fun doing it. So now what I'm going to do is run the cobblestone stairs right along just atop where the window is, and we'll extend by 1 off the end of the building, and then we'll do the same on the other side, and then we will make our roof go in as we go up. and then we will add extra ones of these as we go later. Right, so we want to swap to the oak stairs and go along the top of the roof like so. Don't extend by one because we're going to want to put the cobblestone on to edge the roofing, so we want to go across like that, and then we're going to want to come up and in. So on the ends here, this is the row where we would have had the oak beams, so we're going to put the oak beams across here like that, so that we're keeping with the 5x5 structure on the edge like that. And then we want to go back to the oak stairs, and then we can put in another row on top of where we've just added those oak beams, going across here like this to the edge just there, and on the opposite side go all the way across like that. Now we can swap back to our cobblestone, and we can add the extra one on the ends of those two rows, and come around to the other side and do the same, and like so. And then we need to remember to put underneath, whoops, that wasn't right, kitty, underneath there and there, and like so on the end, and underneath there and there, and upside down and the right way up, and underneath and underneath. And then what did we do along the tops? We've used cobblestone, so let's replace that now with the cobblestone slab, so that we can finish off by running there just along the very top to finish off our roof. And that is my little playing on the style of the houses in the village, and trying to fill in the gap between the village and the town that I'm building, and make it all look like it fits in quite nicely. So we want a path now from our paths to our new little house, and then we can do whatever we want with the interior. So let's have a think. We will want some torches, so if we put a torch above the doors, and then if we go upstairs, we can put the torches at the top there, and maybe there. You can of course swap inside out if you want. Right, so I want to add some bed. We want a bed. Let's go for a nice bright colour. Let's also use the banner in the same design. I think we would like the, let's have a look at the dark oak. And we can use the dark oak for furniture inside the house, so I think we want the stairs and a slab, and we would like the fence, and I think we could use a carpet. Let's use the purple. Let's keep sticking to the same colours. Let's think, is that going to be enough? We're going to want a chest, aren't we? We're going to need a chest, and we're going to want a furnace so that we can cook, and possibly a crafting table, just so that we've got everything that you need in a build. So let's start with the purple bed, and let's make it, shall we do double bed? Could be slightly difficult to place in a room like this, so you would want to make sure that you have space to walk down the edge here like so, And you can then use the half slabs for like bedside tables, or of course you could place the chest if you didn't want to do it that way. And you can also of course think about how you would like to do it in a slightly different way. You could of course put in a little like seating area up here if you wanted, or you can use the chests. You could put in a double chest and maybe even a crafting table, so that you've got things that you need up here. And then downstairs I would like to place a furnace, because I think it's kind of nice to be able to stock things. And then, since we don't really... Do you know what? I think I want to move my door. If I move my door, I can then place a fence here, put a slab on top of it, and then I could put a chair here. If I put them sideways, let me put them sideways, then we can sit at the table or sit into the room, and then we can of course change where things sit, like so, so that we would have everything that we need in a slightly different position. Of course you don't need to do it this way. You can decorate the interior of your house in any way that you fancy. I'm just playing with the idea around a little bit as we go. And then we can put the door in. In fact, we could put it from the inside, because I kind of like the inset feature a little bit more. So downstairs then, what I've done is I've put in a little table and just the bare items that you would need for survival. And then upstairs, quite a boring layout here, but it gives you just everything that you need. Crafting table, somewhere to keep things, and a bed for sleeping in. So very simple, very basic. I'm sure you can come up with a better layout than me. But I hope that you've had fun playing around with things today with me. So hope you've enjoyed today's episode. Please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. And I will see you in the next one from SoftKitty99. Goodbye and happy gaming!